Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be unboxing The Lost Runes of Arnak. Now this was the other Christmas present that James gave to me. It's apparently one of this year's hot products. It's by CGE Games and it's a game for 1 to 4 players. Apparently it's a mixture of worker placement and deck building, and you're essentially Indiana Jones going through different islands, collecting artifacts and basically accumulating points to win the game. Now the description here at the back is, on an uninhabited island in uncharted seas, explorers have found traces of a great civilization. Now you will lead an expedition to explore the island, find lost artifacts and face fearsome guardians, all in a quest to learn the island's secrets. The Lost Runes of Arnak combines deck building and worker placement in a game of exploration, resource management and discovery. Now as you can see, it's a game for 1 to 4 players. It's for ages 12 plus and it's 30 minutes per player. And there is a bit of weight to the game, so I'm sure there is quite a lot of goodies. So with no further ado, let's unbox this game and see what we have inside. So, unboxing the game for the very first time, we are greeted with plenty of goodies. So the first thing we pull out here are tokens that look like little tablets or scrolls of some sort. These are actually pretty cool. That's yeah, it's like a stone tablet from Indiana Jones, and I have to say that's a nice little token piece. So for a first impression, we're already off to a good start. We also have a multitude of baggies, which is another very good start because I love games that give you baggies. We have meeples, which are of course all the usual colors, and what I like about these meeples is that they have the little hat. So you essentially have Indiana Jones in meeple form, which to me is a cool little thing. We also have in this little meeple bag certain shapes like squares and eggs, things like that. We have a catalogue of games from this company, and as you can see they have quite a few good little games, so if you wish to purchase any extra games such as say Galaxy Trucker, CGE, look them up. We have here what look to be gems and arrowheads, I believe. So as you can see, the gem here is a plastic quality. It's not glass or kind of clear plastic, and you have what seems to be an arrowhead, so another cool kind of archaeological type of thing, both blue and red. So we have plenty of those. We have a huge deck of cards. We have more plastic baggies. We have score sheets, so they are double-sided and you do get a lot of them. We have player aids, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, one for each player in the game, of course, are double-sided, so you have effects on one side and your turn and set up for the next round on the other. We have an instruction book, which actually I think is really cool. That is a lovely design, gives the idea of a journal. The instruction book is clear, concise, it's nice and big and colourful, good quality paper. It doesn't seem to overindulge you with information, and the instruction book is 24 pages long with a kind of a synopsis on the back for certain things, and you have an FAQ here as well with an appendix of pieces. So yeah, I have to say I actually really like that. We have here what seem to be stickers, transfers, so we have what looks like to be magnifying glasses and journals, one of each color, so I presume they're for the players, probably for the meeples actually. We have a board here which is lovely and big and double-sided. So we have a nice big huge hefty board here with a track, with card spaces, with other actual icons, And on the other side, we've the same thing, but it's a lighter shade. So I presume the darker shade is the easy version, the darker shade is the hard difficulty, and this one is the easy difficulty. And as you can see, it is a beautiful big board, very colorful, very nice indeed. We have here what look to be player boards that are obviously very easy to punch out. So since they're so eager to display themselves to us, I'll pick these up first to show off. So we have, of course, double-sided player boards. One starts off with a minus and one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm guessing that there's varied difficulty levels in both. So one are kind of frayed tents and one are kind of colorful tents. So we have, of course, 4 of them, one for each color as well. So the frayed tent is possibly a single player variant and the colored tent is possibly the player variant. We have here 2 cards that I want to go apart. So we have certain tokens here and buy 3 icons. We have what I presume are aids in your exploration. So we have what looks like a sea captain, we have what looks like a rogue, we have what looks like a pilot, possibly another pilot. Oh, actually, this is probably a motor car driver because you can see 2 symbols of a car here and what looks to be a medic. Strange looking medic, big huge mop of red hair on him, built like a brick house. But anyway, I won't turn down help. We have here another one, which is, of course, the tiles. So we have here what looks like to be a miner, someone who diagnoses tablets. These, I presume, are exchange tokens, so you can exchange this icon for an arrowhead, and you can exchange a piece of gold for an arrowhead. We have certain locations here, we have certain tablets here, and other locations and tablets here. And they are, of course, double-sided. So we have what I presume are a lot more locations here. So as you can see, we have nice greenery, kind of Aztec, scorpion, a cool cat type of thing here. We have a clock, which could be the first player marker. We have more tablets, icons, and we have buy 3 in terms of resources, so the game can get resource heavy. We have more tokens here, including something that looks pretty cool, which is a staff. Now, I don't know what that's in relation to, but it might be an interesting thing. It could be one of the treasures you get, or it could easily be the first player marker. So I'm going to put that up here. We have more tokens, which are nice and colorful. Oh, actually, these look like predators, or possibly, I think they mentioned guardians in the back of the book. So these are probably guardians that you have to defeat at certain points. So I imagine that what you do is you pay the resource price in order to beat it, and you get the token that's here in the corner, which tends to be the standard for the game. We have different icons here. Those are the resources, health, an X, which is possibly, if it's a deck game, you probably take bad cards out of your hand. We've coins, we've compasses, we have scrolls. We have here another player board, I believe, or perhaps a side player board, which is the C, and one is effectively blank and one is effectively a whole other play set, so there could be scenarios in the C. We have a lot more predators here, so we have everything from a kind of a snake-like dragon to a spider to boars with pointy teeth. You have what looks like to be a big massive bug from Starship Troopers. You have what looks like to be a giant lizard, a flying pterodactyl, actually, even though it's got fur and feathers, so it could actually be a hangover from the dinosaur days. You have a big scorpion, you have a monkey that's covered in gold, you have what looks to be a rhino, you have what looks to be kind of a toad, fire ants, and a kind of a big scary bird with, of course, the usual tokens. So I have to say the enemies are quite colorful. In terms of aesthetic, this game is absolutely beautiful. And of course, yes, as you can see here, it's a kind of a predator icon. So yes, in terms of looks alone, the production values of this game are gorgeous. And we have here the final sheet, which is, you have here the final sheet, which of course is Explorer Meeples coins, compasses, and other stone tablets. And finally, we have here the card deck. So we won't go through them all because there's quite a lot of them, but we'll have a quick look to see what they're like and if the artwork of the cards holds up to the beautiful artwork of the actual board and tiles themselves. So they're all the same. So we have, I think it was 120 cards, and having a little closer look here, we have Sea Turtle, which seems to have two boat icons, a trowel, a health pack, and it's a meeple with a discount of a boat, and I presume it's worth 1 victory point, and you get 3 coins. You have an ostrich, you have a pack donkey, so these are probably assets. You have a horse, you have a steamboat, you have an automobile, which has got the nice Indiana Jones 1930s kind of vibe to it. You have sturdy boots, you have a gold pan for gold, and the lightning, I presume, is an immediate action. You have the trowel, of course, which is here. You have a pickaxe, you have a hot air balloon, and you have an airplane. Now I'm just going to go through some more of these cards, and yes, I think this is where the difference comes in, because a third of the way down through the deck you have what is a blue urn symbol. So there are distinct decks here. You have one that's a trowel, one that is an urn, in which you get a Pathfinder staff, a war mask, and you get a treasure chest. So these, I presume, are icons that you collect. Going through these, the next set of cards we have are simple exploration cards. Now, they all have the same backing, which is strange, but these are simple exploration cards, or funding. That's exploration, that's funding, exploration, funding, and so on. And the final set of cards seem to be fear cards. So I don't know if there are and the final set of cards seem to be fear cards. Now I don't know if they're an asset or a negative, but they do have a -1 point here, and they do have a boot symbol here. But and there seems to be quite a lot of these. So in terms of a deck building game, it's very interesting. Lots of cards to play with, lots of meeples to play with, and lots of resource management. Now I can see why this game is such a hot property at the moment, because it is, quite frankly, absolutely gorgeous. So if you enjoyed this unboxing, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and until next time, good luck, God bless, and stay safe.